Okay, I'm trying to do this. I choose to do this today. Okay, can you hear me? Are you guys out there? I guess there's something going on with my internet. I might have to actually get in the car and drive somewhere else. But who is live? Okay, let's do this again. My name is Dr. Sharnael, Wolverton-Sehon. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and the subject for today is intermittent fasting. Yes, cool. I'm glad you guys are on. I know many of you guys have been fasting with me off and on, and we are in the middle of a 21-day keto challenge. So we're combining these with sleep, and some of us are doing all kinds of different things and using different tools to be able to reprogram and remind for this new 2018. It's so weird, right? 2018, doesn't that sound weird? How many of you fasted with me last night and this morning up until noon today? I'd love to know. Just give me a show of hands real quick. Yes, okay, good. Awesome. Anybody else? How many is interested in doing it or trying it or choosing to see how it is? Anybody interested? I guess obviously if you're on this and you're watching, then you're interested. I've been fasting off and on for years for a spiritual practice and for health benefits, and we didn't call it intermittent fasting. We just called it fasting. And today I'm going to talk to you about a very specific type of fasting that has a lot more variety than what you may have heard of. And I'm really, really excited about this subject because I've seen some really awesome benefits in a lot of different people. So let's talk about some of these benefits real quick, okay? Just to name a few, all right? Rebecca and Carlin and Sonia and all you guys who are so eager to learn more about health in this coming year. Let's make some new choices. Did you know that intermittent fasting can slow the age process? Yeah, that's kind of cool. It detoxes your body not only from chemicals and different things, pharmaceuticals, different foreign things that can be in your body, including coloring that could be in your foods and different things, MSGs and all that stuff that we just don't want hanging around. It'll help detox that, especially if you're drinking water. Also, better sleep patterns, definitely good. Better and higher increased energy. Who doesn't need energy in this day and age? I don't know anyone, except for maybe one of my cats who's super energetic for some reason. It gives you a longer window of HGH time, okay? That's the human growth hormone. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in more detail in a minute. It taps into the fat storage of your body and converts the fat into ketones and helps burn more fat, which is what we're trying to do or what we're choosing to do this year. So also it lowers cholesterol, it repairs damaged DNA, y'all. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. It also helps repair skin and the body, of course, and it repairs the stomach lining. So of course, if we have higher HGH, that is the human growth hormone that's released when you're sleeping, okay? So when we go to sleep, our body produces HGH, and it's released in our body to help the healing process and the restoration part of our process of the day during our sleep. Now, the biggest window that HGH is released, can you guys tell me? Do you know when it is? I'll give you a clue. It's nighttime. The highest level of HGH is released from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. And guess what? How many of you are even sleeping at 10 p.m. to 12 p.m.? Probably not a lot of you. So I encourage all of you to get to bed and go to sleep, because a lot of people who have, quote, dis-ease could actually get better results from their body just by actually going to sleep, okay? Sleeping is really good for you. And so especially from that 10 to 12 p.m. period, if you can sleep from 10 to 12, you're actually getting double. It's like you got 4 hours of sleep instead of 2 hours of sleep. So really, really hone in on the 10 to 12. But you're releasing your highest amounts of HGH during that time, and then you're actually releasing it the whole time that you're sleeping. And so what does HGH do? It helps repair the body. and helps get the body going. It's a growth hormone. And so if we are fasting, then guess what? The window for the time that you're releasing HGH is extended. And when that time is extended, guess what? More time for healing. And so whether you're sleeping or not, that process keeps going and it's released because there's no food to digest, okay? And so when we go to sleep at night, if you go to bed eating, then your body will actually pick sleep or digestion and restore or digestion. So when you're sleeping in restoring mode, if you've eaten or gone to bed on a full stomach, then your body will always pick food and digestion, which means you don't release the HGH and you're not resting like you would. So go to sleep on an empty stomach, release the HGH, and what happens is when you wake up, if you still don't eat, you're still releasing the HGH. Isn't that a miracle? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool science? And so, you know what's really funny is growing up, I don't know who told me this, but multiple people, there's some myth out there that if you skip breakfast, that it actually causes your metabolism to slow down. And guess what? That's not true. I just watched something yesterday and it showed that it is not true. Your metabolism will not slow down unless you have fasted no food at all for over 72 hours. Okay, that's a big difference than just missing breakfast. But I was always told, and even taught in the classroom for my classes, that if you need to have breakfast right away in the morning, and as soon as you do, that will help speed up your metabolism. And that's not true. If you skip breakfast in the morning, studies have proven that you actually increase your metabolism up to 10% more. So not only do you increase your metabolism to burn more fat, but you're also keeping that extension of the HGH to keep going, so you stay in repair mode even though you're awake and even though you're walking around. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. And so let's talk about what intermittent fasting is and actually what that is all about. There is so much variation in any kind of fasting. Obviously, you've heard of like 40-day fasts or three-day fasts or liquid fasts or the Daniel fast, which is just vegetables. You know, there's a lot of different things. And today, I'm just encouraging you to know that you can actually customize whatever kind of fast that you choose, okay? So here's the deal. With intermittent fasting, there's three that I'm going to talk about today, okay? One is called the Monday, Wednesday, Friday intermittent fast, which means you don't eat on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but you do eat on the opposite days. And you can pretty much, you know, as long as you're eating pretty good on the times that you're off, if you're fasting on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to have some pretty good results in not only HGH, but as in the burning process and all of that. I'm going to encourage you to stay off sweets, to stay off anything white, bread, pastas, and all that. And if you're in the keto challenge, definitely, if you're intermittent fasting, you are not eating carbs or sugar, okay? That's just for my class that we're doing in the challenge. But for the overall audience out there, if you're choosing to do whatever you do your thing. There's also a 12 to 12 intermittent fasting variation. And that variation is that at 8 p.m. at night, you quit eating, and then you start back up 12 hours later, which would be 8 a.m. Okay, and that's possible. You could do that too. Now, I would think most people are doing that anyway. So I don't think that's super crazy. Hopefully you guys are not eating a big, huge amount of food at night, although I know that lots of people graze and eat while they're watching TV. I really discourage you from doing that because, again, if you're eating before you go to bed, then you're not getting into that HGH and you're not restoring the body the way God really chooses for you to. Back in the day when we didn't have electricity, we were going to bed when the sun went down, and trust even like right now in winter, that would be like 5, 6 o'clock around here. So now that we have electricity, we're staying up later, and melatonin is there, and we have all the, you know, Wi-Fi and all the things to keep us busy, and so we're not sleeping like we used to cancel. And I choose for us to shut things down and to start dimming the lights or doing whatever you need to do to actually get into that place where you can slow down and get to that sleep process, okay? So we got the 12 to 12. And like I said, most people are probably doing that anyway, or at the minimum, that's what I would shoot for. If you're not doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I personally am not doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm personally not doing the 12 to 12 because that is just like too easy peasy for me. I'm doing the 16-hour off, okay? And that's the last variety I'm going to talk to you about today. It's basically 16 hours off, which is a long extension of HGH, a long extension of burning more and getting into those fat storages. And what that would look like is, let's say you get off, let's say 8 p.m. at night, then you wouldn't eat again until 12. Is that right? Am I doing the numbers right? Yes, 8 p.m. to 12 would be a 16-hour recess from digesting food or eating food or anything like that. So what I've been suggesting within the keto challenge is that when you have your last meal for the night, it could be like 6 o'clock or 7, that you don't eat anything until noon the next day, just to keep a mental of what that looks like. But you can go up to 8 o'clock at night if you absolutely have a late dinner and go all the way until noon. Or if you do it at 7, maybe you want to start at 11 in the morning or whatever. But just for mine, just because I'm very structured and type A and like a red, for me it's easier just to remember that after dinner, no more food, and I'm going to eat again at noon the next day. It's just, for me, that's just easier. So up to you. Again, you could structure it however you want. If you want to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe you want to do only 2 days a week. Maybe you want to do 12 to 12, you know, or you may want to do the 16 off, okay? Whatever your choice is, all of those things are going to be more beneficial to you. You'll start seeing the results of all the things that I listed earlier, and I think they'll really, really be helpful for you. Now, let's talk about one more thing, which is workout, okay? If you're choosing to work out and you include workout in your program of what you're doing with your lifestyle, I encourage that you either work out right before you start the fast to extend it, and so you're burning through the night. Hey, James, I haven't talked to you in so long, Anthony. So let's say you start at 8 o'clock and you're doing the 16. Maybe you would work out from 7 to 8, so you're burning through the night. Now, some people, that doesn't work for them because they get so hyped up that they're not sleeping well. So the other option would be to start at 8 o'clock and to fast until noon, but work out like 11 o'clock in the morning. I know a lot of people can't do that necessarily because of a 9-to-5 job, but I'm just saying, in a perfect world, at 11 o'clock, if you work out from 11 to 12, then your noon meal would be your post opt workout time. And that's just because if it's in the front end or as close as you can to the back end, then you're giving a longer burn time. Now, obviously, if you get up at 6 a.m. and work out and you still don't eat till 12, that's going to be still better for you because you're going to still have an increased metabolism. You're going to get all your cardio going. You're going to get your circulation going. I'm just saying the very best way would be if you could put it to the closest to the end of when your fast is over or the beginning of your fast, as long as it doesn't interrupt your sleep pattern. So, but again, I suggest everybody do at least 30 minutes cardio a week, 3 times a week. And you could bump it up to 3 or 4 times a week. So at the minimum, you guys. So get some cardio in. And I hope this has helped on intermittent fasting. We're going to do some more videos. So check it out. If you're not following me, hit the follow button up top. I'd love to have you follow me and see the new videos and new giveaways that we're doing. And follow me on Instagram and YouTube, and there's some more ways that you connect by just doing this. I hope this has helped you guys. Please give me your feedback. Let me know on any specific topics that you choose, and I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if this has been helpful for you. I hope you have a great Friday. It's the weekend, y'all. All right, I love you. Bye-bye.